Welcome to the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event today. We have some fantastic schools here with us, but before we get started, we have just a few quick housekeeping items to go over. First is, my name is Christopher, and I will be facilitating this event. We also want to remind our attendees that your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists will not be able to see or hear you. And also, attendees are welcome and certainly encouraged to ask questions to any of the panelists at any time utilizing the Q&A feature. You can pose your question to a specific panelist, or you can ask a general question to any and all of the panelists. And also, all sessions are being recorded and will be available at stridescan.com/Virginia. Without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and turn it over to our presenters. And up first, we're going to hear from University of North Carolina, Wilmington.
All right, thank you. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tanisha Young, and I am a first-year admissions coordinator here at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. And I am also a double alum, so I graduated back in 2015 and then 2019 again with my master's, and I've been an admissions counselor for 6 years now at UNCW. So I truly do find UNCW to be my most beautiful home, both as a student and as an employee. And hopefully at the end of this presentation, you'll have the same impression that UNCW is like no other. I'll just share some general information about UNCW. But really the big thing that allowed me and attracted UNCW to me as a student was really our people here in our community, our programs and our academics and opportunities for applied learning, and then our place, which is the beautiful town of Wilmington, North Carolina. So to talk a little bit about Wilmington and our surrounding area, we are located right on the portion of the state of North Carolina. So we are a coastal beach town. We do have 3 surrounding beaches in Wilmington: Wrightsville Beach, which is our nearest beach community to our campus. It's just a 10-minute drive from UNCW. We also have Carolina Beach and then Curry Beach. We have the beautiful historic downtown riverfront area, and it has been ranked as one of the uprising cities in 2021 by Southern Living magazine. And it is within just a driving distance from Virginia and Maryland, as you can see kind of on this map here. And we do have an international airport just 15 minutes from campus. So it's very easy if you're coming from outside the state of North Carolina to come to UNCW. To talk a little bit about UNCW in general, we are a mid-sized institution, so we have just under 17,000 total students, or under 18,000, excuse me. A breakdown of that, about 14,650 are undergraduate students, and the remaining are graduate students. The nice thing about our institution, it is mid-sized, and we do continue to grow year by year with how many students we're accepting into the university. So we have built just this past year 6 new buildings on our campus. 3 of them were academic buildings. 1 was an allied health, the other was a new film studies building, and then 4 brand new residential halls. So we are growing and expanding as a campus. We also were named one of 3 out of the full 17 UNC system schools, which were ranked within the top 100 public national universities by US News and World Report. So we're super excited to be recognized along with our partnered schools, UNC Chapel Hill and NC State, with this honor. And then even though we are a mid-sized institution, we do have more of a private school feel within the academic classroom. So the average class size is 27. That may be very representative of your high school classes. And then we do have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio. All of our students will probably highlight that something that they did outside of the academic classroom was their most favorite part about being a student here at UNCW. We do have a 100% participation rate in high impact practices. So that can include our education abroad programs. We have over 1,000 programs in over 70 different countries, even a dual degree international program within our Cameron School of Business. We do have opportunities for students to work with nonprofit organizations engaging in community service. We have most of our students, as most of our majors require you to complete an internship or practicum in order to graduate. And then most of our students will start their undergraduate research their first semester of their sophomore year. So you really do have the opportunity to go beyond the academics here at UNCW. To talk about our academics, we do offer 58 majors, 36 master's degrees, and 4 doctoral degree programs. The nice thing about UNCW is you don't declare your major until you are a sophomore. So your freshman year really is a year of exploration or to help you solidify and get those prerequisites out the way for whichever specific major you would like to declare. We are big as we are North Carolina's coastal university. So we're big in our sciences, specifically biology and marine biology. Also very big in film studies. We do have Screen Gems filming studios located in Wilmington. Most recently, we've had the most updated Halloween movie that was shot in the downtown area. And then we are very large within our nursing, psychology, and business program, ranking within the top 30% nationally. Outside of academics, you do have the great opportunity to get involved on campus. There's just some of our numbers. We are a Division I institution. We have club sports that you can get involved with, over 300 clubs and organizations, and then 65 multicultural and community-based organizations. Here at UNCW, there are a couple things that we review within the criteria of you applying to our institution. The first being our high school minimum course requirements. This is something that is mandated by the state of North Carolina, so please take a look at our website to ensure that you meet these requirements. These are coursework that you have to take in high school. If you don't take them, unfortunately, we're unable to review your application. That's just across all UNC system schools, so just ensure that you meet those. The other things we typically look at similar to other schools, there's going to be your grades, your GPA, looking at standardized testing. This year we are testing, so it's not going to be required for you to submit a test score this year. You are more than welcome to submit one if you have one. And then we require your essay and short answer, extracurricular activities, and then lastly, an optional letter recommendation. We have 2 deadlines for admissions: early action, which is non-binding. So if you apply by November 1st, you'll be notified on around January 20th of your admissions decision. And then you have until May 1 to submit your enrollment deposit and decide whether or not you want to attend UNCW. And then we do have a secondary deadline of February 1st, and you'll be notified on around March 15th. So these are kind of all the things that we will review, and feel free if you have further questions to let anyone in our admissions office know. I know that was a lot of information. So I am the admissions counselor for the Mid-Atlantic area, so Maryland and Virginia. So you can contact me directly if you have further questions, and feel free to take a shot of this QR code to help you stay connected and get added to our mailing list. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about UNCW.
Thank you very much, UNCW. And just a reminder to any attendees who recently joined us, please do feel free to send any questions you may have for any of the panelists utilizing the Q&A feature. But up next, we're going to hear from Temple University, Japan campus.
Thank you, Christopher. Hello from Tokyo, Japan. My name is Ha, admissions counselor from Temple University, Japan campus, called TUJ for short. TUJ is the international branch campus of Temple University main campus in Philadelphia. It is one of the largest public research universities in the US and is the biggest school in Philadelphia. And we are branch campus in Tokyo, Japan. Temple has 3 campuses. The main campus is in Philly, and 2 branch campuses in Rome, Italy, and Tokyo in Japan. And because we're the same university, it's very easy for students to transfer among 3 campuses. For example, you can start at our Japan campus, then you can spend 1 or 2 semesters at Rome campus, or you can easily transfer to our main campus in the US anytime to finish a degree. But most of our students spend all 4 years and graduate from our Japan campus. We offer 10 majors in liberal arts field. Please look at the screen for the list of majors we offer. So the most popular majors are international business studies, communication studies, art, international affairs, just to name a few. And we also offer the 2+2 computer science program, where you spend the first 2 years in Tokyo and the last 2 years in Philadelphia to finish the degree. And all classes at TJ and English, you don't need to know any Japanese to apply. Our campus is located in an area called Sangen-jaya in Tokyo. It is just a 5-minute train ride away from Shibuya Station. Yes, Shibuya Station is here and TJ is here. Shibuya is like Times Square, New York. It is one of the major districts for young people in Tokyo, and it's a must-visit spot for tourists when in Japan. So our students really enjoy the campus location, because after school, they can just be there in Shibuya after a few minutes, and then there they are. That's because there's so many fun things to do there. And if you're really interested in an urban campus setting, then I think TJ is the place for you, because we are located in a very central location of Tokyo. So next, I would like to talk about what TJ has to offer. So we look at in Tokyo, the degree and credits you'll be earning will be Temple degree, Temple credits, the American degree, and Temple and American credits, which helps you to even help you to prepare for graduate school later, or can be transferred to any other schools in the US. And if you're taking AP, IB, or having college credits, they are transferable to TJ, which helps you to save time, money, and efforts. Yes. And in terms of tuition and fees, TUJ offers very affordable tuition. Please look at this chart, which compares TUJ's tuition with the public and private universities in the US. As you see, it's about 40 to 50% lower. It's about $15,000 per year. So it's even cheaper for you to go study abroad out of the country than going out of states. And the degree you'll be earning will still be American degree. So the question is, why not, right? And of course, we're American university, so you can use American benefits like financial aid, GI Bills, if you have the benefits, or private loans. We also offer merit-based scholarships, which are very easy to apply. And we are located in Tokyo. And as you know, Tokyo is the biggest in Japan, the most developed city in Asia. So there are many opportunities when it comes to part-time job, internship, and full-time jobs. Tokyo is where jobs are. So students can finance themselves by working part-time jobs, and they're allowed to work up to 28 hours per week. Yes. And talking about jobs, we have the Career Development Office to help students find jobs, prepare for job hunting, how to write resume, and everything. And if you're really interested in working in Japan, they will support you, will help you to find jobs. But even if you go back to the States, go back to the US, you can use the resources from the Career Development Office at our main campus in Philadelphia, because once you're a Temple student, wherever you are, you get support for the career development. Yes. And internship is a distinctive feature of our school. For some majors like international business studies, international affairs, internship is required and is credit-bearing internship. Yeah, please look at the screen here for the list of companies that have recruited our students for the internship program. So you can see a lot of big name companies. And this is Amani. She's a political science major from the US, and she did the internship program at the US Embassy in Tokyo. And she said that she really enjoyed this experience because it helps to improve her skills and knowledge, and also very helpful for advancing her career prospects later. And besides, we also offer career fairs. We invite companies to TUJ to recruit our students. This is one of the events we co-host with a famous university in Japan, Sophia University, and it's for English speakers. We also, as you can see, also a lot of big name companies here. Yes. And a lot of international students choose to stay in Japan after graduation because having working experience overseas will be very helpful for their career prospects. And with the support from the Career Development Office, our employment rate is 97%. Yes. So as mentioned, if you're really interested in working in Japan, we will help you to find jobs. And majority of our students stay in Japan and successfully found jobs there. Next, how to apply. There are two ways to apply to TUJ. You can either apply directly to TUJ or through Common App. If Common App, please be sure to select the Japan campus because it's different from our main campus. The application process is different from our main campus in Philadelphia. But no matter what you choose, this is the list of what we require. We need your application form, personal statement. In terms of test score, it's optional for you. And we need official transcript and application fee. After you submit everything, the result will be sent to you within 4 weeks. Yes, it's rolling admission, so it's very straightforward. And so that's all about TJ and the admission application process. Please do check our website, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out at ac@tj.temple.edu. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you continue to stay safe and healthy.
Thank you very much, Temple University of Japan. Up next, we're going to move to Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Thank you very much. Put this up right here. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sean Jones, one of the Associate Directors of Admissions here at IUP. On behalf of the entire IUP family, faculty, staff, students, and alum, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for giving us a little bit of your time this evening to share some information about IUP. The presentation that we have for you this evening, it's quick, it's brief, it's to the point. More importantly, I believe that it addresses the most common questions we often get from students. So with that being said, let's get started. Starting off talking a little bit about, provide you all some general information about IUP. We are one of the state-owned institutions in the state of Pennsylvania. We are approximately about 45 minutes east of Pittsburgh. We have over 10,000 students who attend IUP. Of those 10,000 students, 8,000 are undergraduate students and a little bit over 2,000 are graduate students pursuing either a master's degree or a PhD. Our students come from around the world, representing 15 countries, as well as 46 different states. 7% of our students are from out of state. Because of the quality of the academic programs and the tuition discount we offer to our out-of-state students, the majority of these students are from the state of Virginia. Do you have my major is probably obviously one of the most popular questions that many colleges and universities will receive. When you take a look at IUP, we offer over 100 undergraduate degrees, 70 minors, 30 certificate programs, and 40 master's degree programs, and 14 doctoral programs. Most popular programs, you're looking at education, criminology, communication media, pre-law, pre-med, nursing, psychology, and anything that deals with business. Some of our more unique programs are speech and language pathology, interior design, and environmental health. Whatever your career goals may be, you will have the opportunity to create your own path here at IUP through any combination of double majoring, major minor, or either adding a certificate program. How will you learn? Learning takes place both inside of the classroom as well as outside of the classroom. Our average class size, you're looking at 30 to 35 students, student-teacher ratio 16:1. This gives our professors the opportunity to know their students, and our students get an opportunity or a chance to know their professors. 98% of our classes are taught by full-time faculty, not graduate assistants, and all of our professors have office hours. Despite the array of academic support services we have here at IUP, if you need help, you will have a direct line to your professor. We also want you to learn by doing. You learn by getting hands-on experience, by doing research with our faculty, by participating in either a study abroad or a national student exchange program. We offer to our students over 300 study abroad opportunities and 375 national student exchange locations for our students. So if you're someone and you're interested in doing a semester at the University of Hawaii or studying in France, we offer these opportunities and many more. Each year, over 3,000 of our students will participate in internships and out of classroom experience. Our students have interned at some of the largest companies in the world, from Tesla to IBM to Disney, to name a few. Taking what you've learned in the classroom as well as outside of the classroom is why 98% of our students either attend graduate school or they find themselves with a job once they graduate from IUP. Where will you live and eat here at IUP or here on our campus? We have 11 resident halls, 4 dining facilities on campus. Our students have 6 different living options to choose from a single person suite to a 4-person suite. All of our resident halls have Wi-Fi, laundry room, microwave, refrigerators, all of the comforts you would have at home. Freshman students are required to live on campus their first year. They're also allowed to have a car on campus as well. We also offer our students different learning communities. This is a great way to make friends and meet new students with similar interests. So if you're interested in living on a floor with all nursing majors, all business majors, you will have that opportunity. We encourage all of our students to get involved on campus. When you take a look at IUP, getting involved is easy. We have more than 200 clubs and organizations, fraternities, sororities, service organizations, as well as 19 Division II varsity sports. Our athletic teams are constantly ranked each year nationally, with both our men and women's basketball team making the Final Four in recent years. Well, when we talk about applying to IUP, it's important to keep 3 things in mind, 3 things that are very important when applying to IUP. One is that we're on a rolling admissions basis, so there's no deadline. 2, we do not have an application fee. And 3, we are test option. If you have taken the SATs or the ACT test scores and you want to send them in to us, you're more than welcome to do so. Letters of recommendations and essays, they're optional. You can send those in as well. Once we have your application, it takes us anywhere between 2 to 3 weeks to make a decision. We receive on average about 10,000 applications each year. Our average freshman class usually ranges anywhere between 1,500 to 1,800 students. Financial aid, financial year IUP education starts with completing the FAFSA form. Our recommendation is to have it completed by January 15th. Regardless of whether you are in-state or out-of-state, our merit-based scholarship are open to all students. Once again, regardless if you are in-state or out-of-state, you are eligible for all of the scholarship that we offer here at IUP. We've got plenty of options to help you explore IUP, attend our virtual open house, virtual weekday visit programs. So if you're interested in visiting, please visit us online and sign up. We have a number of different options to meet your needs. And just wanted to give you a quick reminder, my name is Sean Jones. And if you are interested, if you have any questions, please feel free to get in contact with me. My information is on the screen. Thank you for listening and have a great day.
Very much, IUP. Just a reminder to all students, at the end of these sessions, we'll have a little bit of time for you to submit additional questions, but if you do have questions for any of the panelists, please do feel free to utilize that Q&A feature. But up next, we have Eckerd College.
Hello, my name is Philippa Roberts. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at Eckerd College. I represent students from Virginia. We are a small private liberal arts and science institution located in St. Petersburg, Florida. We have just shy of 2,000 students on our campus of just over 180 acres. As you can see, we are on the water, surrounded by water on 3 fronts. For the purpose of this presentation, I'm going to go over some of the unique features of our campus, one of which is our autumn term experience. To fully understand that, there are 2 features you also need to understand. First is the geographic reach of our students. So we are actually 80% out of state, with the average distance our student traveling is over 1,000 miles. Nationally, the average distance a student travels to their college campus is closer to 200 miles. So our students are definitely looking to travel a little bit further away from home. And typically we're only bringing in 1 kid from each high school. So our students tend to be looking to go further away from home and they don't know anyone when they first arrive to our campus. It's also important to understand our academic calendar. We have a 414 academic calendar. This is where our students take 4 classes in the fall and 4 in the spring, and then we have a short-term requirement. Our sophomore through seniors complete that with our winter term, where they take 1 course over 3 weeks in January. However, our first-year students actually complete their short-term requirement with our autumn term. And this is really because of that geographic reach that I mentioned earlier. So our first-year students arrive on campus 3 weeks before the full semester starts. And there are really 2 main parts to this. The first is their academic component. So they are in class Monday through Friday, 9 to 12. And this is really to ease that transition from high school to college, where they really learn the differences between a high school class and a college course, where they only have to focus on the 1 course instead of a full academic course load, and where their professors really just focus on them and not all of their upperclassmen as well. There's also a peer mentor in that class with them. So a sophomore who has just gone through that first-year experience. And in the afternoon, they are doing orientation type activities, but going into a lot more depth than what they'll typically find at a 2-day orientation. And this is really give them a chance to get to know the college life, get to know one another, really get to know our campus. As I said, over 180 acres, but also really to understand what resources are available to them as a student. So you're meeting with every single department on campus, you understand what resources are available to them. This really eases that transition into college and really sets our students up for success. These are all of the different academic disciplines available at Eckerd. Being true liberal arts is a lot available, but some of our top programs, number 1 is on marine science. We're actually one of the top programs in the country for marine science, but also our animal studies, our environmental studies, our business, our creative writing, and our international studies are some of our other top programs. 2 other unique features you'll notice in this photo. First one, you'll notice the dog. We are actually the pet friendliest college in America. So students can bring their pets to campus so long as they are 45 pounds and under and not classified as an exotic animal. They're definitely integrated into our campus life and have plenty of their own traditions. My personal favorite is that they actually get their own graduation ceremony. So a couple of days before our humans graduate, the pets of our graduating seniors get their own graduation ceremony. My favorite time of year, it's really adorable. They're in caps and gowns. It's one of my favorite times. But you also notice the beach. So we do have our own private beach on campus. Wi-Fi extends out there. Students will do their homework on the beach every evening. There's sunset yoga, definitely a big part of our campus life. Then there's our waterfront that has 3 components to it. First one is academic. So students in our marine science and our environmental studies courses will go out in the boats, collect samples out in the bay, be back in the lab, all within one class period due to that location of being right on the water. Second is recreational. So students for free can take out kayaks, paddle boards, surfboards, canoes. They can go water skiing, wakeboarding, sailing, a wide variety of water sport activities, all for free as a student. So a very popular destination for our students to hang out on the weekends. And then the third is service. So we have an organization called Eckerd College Search and Rescue. We're the only collegiate organization in the country that works with the Coast Guard. So the students are trained to respond to emergency calls out in the bay. And in a given academic year, they respond to 500 to 700 calls. And they're fully trained to respond on their own. They're not just shadowing the Coast Guard. So we're very proud of that organization. Application. So students can apply either through the Common App or the Eckerd application. We have no preference either way. All we require are the official high school transcripts. Our average GPA is a 3.5 unweighted, but we will add weight for AP or IB courses. We have gone test optional for the admissions for 2022, and it has been extended for 2023. Then we need 1 letter of recommendation for an academic source, so either a counselor or a teacher, and then the personal essay. For test scores, our average SAT is 1200, ACT is 26. And if you want to submit those test scores, we're not using them for scholarships. So just if you want to submit those for the admissions decision. And then early action is if you get all your materials in by November 15th, you're guaranteed a decision in the mail by December 15th. It is non-binding. You'll still have until May 1st. After that, we just go into rolling admissions. Within 3 to 5 weeks of your application being complete, you'll receive your decision in the mail. All students who apply are automatically considered for our merit-based aid, and those range from $12,000 to $22,000. If you want to see more information about scholarships, please check out on our website. And then for more information on Eckerd, please check out the CTCL book and check out the CTCL website. And I will leave my information in the chat box. So please reach out to me if you have any more questions about Eckerd College. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eckerd College. And our final presentation today comes from Purdue University.
All right, boiler up, everyone. Thank you so much for attending this afternoon. My name is Tiffany Carter, and I'm one of the assistant directors in Purdue's Office of Admissions, and I'm also the Washington, D.C. regional rep. So I want to start off by talking about West Lafayette, Indiana, where Purdue is located. So you can see on the map, we're pretty close to the shared line with Illinois, and we're about an hour from Indianapolis and 2 hours from Chicago. Those distances are important for you all to note as non-residents because those would be the closest airports to campus. But to talk about West Lafayette, it is a quintessential Midwestern college town. A lot of great things for our students to do, participate in, and be involved in. So if you love music, we have a great live music, different music venue scene. If you're a foodie, we have some great restaurants on campus featuring a lot of great international cuisines. Around this time, we have some great fall festivals and some farmers markets as well. And the area is really easy for our students to get around and navigate, even for students who do not have access to a car with them on campus. So you can see we have a walking bridge, that's the bottom picture there, that connects West Lafayette to Lafayette. And in Lafayette, that's our neighboring city. And it's a little bit of a bigger area that offers students access to a lot of the chain national restaurants, as well as some of those big box stores like Walmart, Target, Kohl's, and stuff like that. And this is Purdue by the numbers. So we have actually reached 35,000 plus undergraduate students. We are the land grant university for the state of Indiana. So majority of our students will be from in-state, but we do have students from all 50 countries and then over 130 countries. So we like to think of ourselves as a globally present university as well. And I want to highlight some of the ways that you can maximize your academics or customize your Boilermaker experience. So research is pretty important to us. We usually have about 2,000 projects every year, and research is open to all of our students, including our freshman population. We also have a great entrepreneurship and innovation certificate. This is a multidisciplinary program, and it's a great way for students to put their innovative ideas into action. So through market research, they'll be identifying new business venture opportunities, and they'll also develop professional skills like business literacy, teamwork, communication. We have a university-wide honors college that is built on the principles of interdisciplinary learning, global engagement, and leadership development. And then we have a Degree Plus and Degree in 3 opportunity. Degree Plus is a great way for students to earn a second major or second degree from our College of Liberal Arts. We have streamlined that process for them so they can still finish up in the traditional 4 years time. And then we have Degree in 3, which allows some students in our College of Liberal Arts, our Polytechnic Institute, and our College of Health and Human Sciences to finish their degree a year early. So that's saving them time, money, and getting them out into the workplace a year sooner. So what I want you to know from this slide, Purdue is direct admit. So that means when you apply for admission to Purdue, you're applying for a spot within one of our 200 plus majors on campus. And our 200 plus programs are housed into 11 academic colleges. And then these are the steps to actually applying for admission at Purdue. So you apply using Common App. There are Purdue specific questions. So why the major and why Purdue? Students can completely self-report their courses and grades, and that's the preferred method. So ideally, you'll have your transcript in front of you, and you'll be able to input that information directly onto your application. Or if it's easier, you can submit your official transcript as well. Students can also self-report their test scores at the time of applying, but this year Purdue is test flexible, so you can apply without presenting a score and your application will not be negatively impacted. We also have the Common App essay that you'll have to address and the $60 application fee, or you can request an automatic app fee waiver that's built into the application. So when we review applications at Purdue, we're reviewing individually, but also holistically. And we have about 17 admission criteria that we focus on to determine if a student is competitive for admission. So that includes our minimum high school coursework. So ideally, students who are applying for admission will graduate with or exceed 4 years of English and math, 3 years of lab sciences and social studies, and then 2 years of a world language. And then these are some of the applicable deadlines for us. So our application goes live every August 1st. We have our early action deadline, which is non-binding. We encourage all of our students to apply early. As a direct admit school, that means you'll receive best consideration for admission into your program, automatic consideration for a merit scholarship. There is no separate application for that. And then you'll have the opportunity to apply to the Honors College as well. Students who apply early action will receive their decision on January 15th, and that's also our regular decision deadline as well. So when students apply regular, they'll receive their decision by March 30th at the latest. And I just want to mention that our campus is open. So we're offering some great daily visits for our students as well as fall preview days. Please go to our website and check out that calendar. And if you have an opportunity to come see us in person, I definitely encourage you to do that. So thank you all so much for your time.
Very much, Purdue. Thank you to all of our panelists today for your great presentations. We do have some time remaining, so attendees, if you have any additional questions, please do feel free to send them through the Q&A. If I could ask all of our panelists to turn their videos back on, we can do a round or two of questions ourselves. So first question I would pose is, what advice do you have for someone going through the college search process? And why don't we go in that same order, so starting out with UNCW.
Yeah, so my best advice for people who are applying to colleges right now, I would say take your time with asking many questions. The college search process has multiple layers referencing how thinking about cost of attendance, what majors and academic programs are available, the size and location of the institution. So just kind of make sure that you're looking at all different options. You may have an idea of what you might like, but then you may open yourself up to another interest of another school and then absolutely love it. So just keep your options open and then always ask questions directly for the admissions staff. They're going to be the best ones to answer all the questions that you may need to know about how to make sure you're finding the perfect fit for you.
I just have a very simple advice, which is to follow some universities of your interest on social media. Nowadays, most schools have very strong presence on social media. So I think it's the chance for you to see the campus life and imagine yourself studying there. And I think it will help you to make the decision better. Thank you.
My advice would be first and foremost to know yourself. I think a lot of times students, I know it's tough when you're 17, 18 years old. You really haven't lived long enough to kind of maybe answer many of those questions, but I think it's important to know yourself, know your strengths, and be realistic. Some kids assume that they want to go to a big city, and the reality of it is, big city probably isn't for them. Sometimes being in a smaller environment might be in your best interest. So take your time before you begin to research universities and colleges. Really take the time to know who you are and what it is that you present academically, your strengths and your weaknesses.
I think sort of in like similar vein to all those answers, but make sure that when picking all those schools, you're doing it like for you and it's where you are wanting to go and not because it's where your friends are going or necessarily because it's where like your parents are telling you where they want you to go. If where you want to go aligns where they're going, great. But don't just pick it because where everyone else is going, because that's where inevitably you're going to be a year in and then realize you don't want to be there. And certainly there are ways to, you can transfer and that's fine. There are options to move on, but it's better if you pick the right choice first time around. So really just make sure you're picking it because where you want to go and trust your instincts. So really think about that through and follow the advice everyone else has said for that.
So my advice is to start local and then spread out. So the college process, it requires a lot of time and it can be costly, especially when you're going out of state to visit a lot of great schools, because there's a lot of great schools in the country and even abroad, as you can see with Temple's campus in Japan. So with being a Virginia student and having access to some great schools in the DMV area, even if you know that you don't want to stay in this area, I would still encourage you to check out the schools that you have access to. Think about how you feel on campus. And if you think that you can see yourself at that school, then start looking at comparable schools. So, if you want to go check out University of Maryland or Virginia Tech, if you can see yourself at that type of a school, then I would encourage you to start looking at a school like Purdue University. So definitely use what you have in your immediate access and then start thinking outward after that.
Great, thank you. Next question. What's one thing you want students to walk away from this session remembering about your school? Go in that same order again.
For me, I would just say the most important thing I think you can remember about UNCW is just the sense of community. Hopefully you got a sense of that when describing some of the activities and things that students can get involved in. As I'm an alum of my institution, I really enjoyed the campus being large enough to offer a lot of resources such as tutoring, applied learning opportunities, going to sporting events and getting involved in different sports and clubs. But smaller within the academic side there, I could really engage with my faculty, my professors, and really just build those relationships with staff who can help you with networking and really open up future opportunities for you. So I think UNCW has that perfect balance if that is what you're looking for as a student. I came from a really small high school, only 70 students in my graduating class. So if you are looking for a good in-between, and then Wilmington, North Carolina is a beautiful Southern beach town. So I think that would be the thing that I would hope that you guys could leave with today.
One thing I would like you to remember about Temple University Japan campus is the opportunity to earn an American degree in Japan, a country rich in history and culture. And I highly recommend you to consider study abroad, either for all 4 years or for just a few semesters. And I believe that all schools here today offer the study abroad program in many countries in the world. And I believe it's going to be a life-changing experience, and you're going to learn a lot and just experience things you cannot do at your home country. Thank you.
For me, I would hope that you take away the opportunities that we present to our students to learn outside of the classroom. I think in today's economy, a degree by itself does not guarantee anyone a job. So being able to walk away from an institution like IUP and have a competitive degree, as well as having a competitive resume, I think will put you in the best position to reach your career goals. So it's the opportunities outside of the classroom: study abroad, national student exchange, internship opportunities.
I think for us, it's really kind of from your first day, getting a lot of attention within and relationship building with your professors, who are really there to assist you throughout your 4 years at Eckerd and helping you find your path career-wise, but also just in life and in general. And giving you that attention if you're coming in not knowing what it is you want with your life, and really helping you with that. And that's really kind of the focus of that autumn term, when you're coming in and getting that assistance, and that really building up throughout your 4 years at Eckerd and beyond. And they will build that out even after you've graduated.
And what I want you to leave knowing about Purdue is that we're much more than just a STEM school. So we are best known for our engineering program, and the major population of our students are in a STEM major, but we have some really great majors outside of College of Engineering and Computer Science. So right now I'm repping my College of Liberal Arts shirt. Can't know if you see that, but we have some great programs in there. Our education programs are really great, and we're just really trying to change the idea of learning in the classroom. So all of our programs are going under a renovation, if you will, to include more transformative learning and just to encourage collaboration. And we're really pushing for our students to get outside the classroom and do more extracurricular learning in that way as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you again to all of our great panelists today for your wonderful presentations and your additional bits of advice for our attendees. But we definitely want to thank all of our attendees for joining us. We hope you learned something from these sessions. We hope you will reach out to all these great institutions and continue the conversation. I think one good piece of advice I always hear from every session is all these individuals are here to talk with you and help you make your decision. So please do take advantage of that. Before we end this session, just a few quick housekeeping items. The first is that when you close this window, you will receive a very quick 5-question survey that we ask that you complete to give some feedback on today's sessions. And also just a reminder that recordings of all sessions will be available at strivescan.com/Virginia. And again, thank you to everybody. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a great day.